Tirumala Prasad. I am going to present now motional EMF. That is motional electromotive force. In short, electromotive force can represent EMF. Right. So, in the previous discussions, we considered that change in the magnetic flux induces EMF. If you consider change in magnetic flux, EMF induced in a coil or a conductor. Right. So, what we consider the change in magnetic flux induce only change in magnetic flux. So, only change in magnetic field lines induce the current? No. We can also by changing the area. So, not only change in magnetic field, but also changing the area also induces EMF. That we are going to discuss in motional EMF. How we change the area? That we consider with a diagram representation. This is the crossed magnetic field. Here we consider the magnetic field representation, and this magnetic field represents that is considered to be the cross representation. This cross representation considered to be the magnetic field B that is to be directed inwards. Inwards means into the diagram or into the board. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಾಂತಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಹೇಳುವಂತದ್ದು ಇಂಟು ದ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ನ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬೋರ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. This is a uniform magnetic field. We consider in this uniform magnetic field, how you change the area. For this we consider that one rectangular frame, a rectangular conductor. So, this is considered to be the one rectangle conductor, and in this rectangle conductor, so one end is considered to be the movable part. This is movable part. So, considered to be P, and this is Q, and this end is R, this end is S. So, consider this rectangle. Two opposite sides are parallel, and we consider this representation is the L be the representation from R to S, small letter L, and from this considered to be the X from R to Q or Q to R. So, this is a X and this is small letter X or dx or delta x can also be represent delta x or small x, and this is a small L represents the length. So, RS according to rectangle concept, the parallel sides considered. So, RS is parallel to PQ. So, this PQ is considered to be the movable part. Considered to be if the PQ is moving in this particular direction we represent, that is the V representation. V represents velocity or speed with which the PQ rod or PQ part of rectangle PQRS is movable towards the direction to the left side. Left side means in the direction of left side from one end to right to left, that is moves with velocity or speed V. So, in this PQRS rectangle frame placed in a uniform magnetic field, the area is represented by length into breadth, RQ and SR. Product of RQ and SR gives the area. So, when you move this PQ rod or part of PQRS rectangle towards the left, if you consider this is the position change, the area will be changed. X is changing. X is changes with a small difference. So, small change. Once again, if the PQ is moves at this position, now once again the area changes. So, as the PQ part is moving left, in a uniform magnetic field, the area changes. So due to change in the area, that means the part PQ part is movable, the magnetic field lines linked with or in contact or linked with the PQ movable part is changes. So that magnetic flux changes means induces EMF. That EMF induced in a rod PQ or a conductor is called motional EMF. Right. To explain this concept of this motional EMF, what we discussed in the previous concepts, that is the magnetic flux. That means the magnetic flux is represented by phi b, the Greek notation, magnetic flux. So what do you mean by magnetic flux? The number of, that is a scalar quantity, number of magnetic field lines that passes through the unit area in a normal direction. Right, normal direction, that is phi b, is to be represented by vector b dot vector a, or that is ba cos theta. Ba cos theta. Here theta is equal to, here theta is equal to 0. So cos 0 is equal to, cos 0 degree is equal to 1. Therefore phi b is equal to b into a. Now where area is represented, now consider b into a only, that is the maximum flux. Consider. Now according to the diagram, RQ is equal to X and SR is equal to L. Now the area is A is equal to area, A is equal to X into L or Lx. Right. Now you write phi b is equal to b into Lx or XL. According to the electromagnetic induction explained by Faraday, Michael Faraday, so induced EMF is equal to minus d phi b divided by dt. Right. So now you write substitution minus d by dt of andre change in the magnetic flux with respect to time ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ನಾವು ಫೆರಡೇಸ್ ಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಟೈಮ್, ಟೈಮ್ನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂತಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಸಮಯದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕಾಯಿಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ರಾಡ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಸೇರ್ಪಡೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಸಂಯೋಜನೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಸೇರ್ಪಡೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ ಕಾಂತೀಯ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ ಕಾಂತೀಯ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವೆನೆವರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್, ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿ ಫೈ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿ ಟಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ನಾವು ಡಿ ಫೈ ಬಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾವು ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಎಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಎಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ divided by dt. Now here we considered b into L is constant, not variable, because b is a magnetic field strength applied in a constant. L is the length of the rod is fixed, not changeable, but only change is variable is x. So therefore you write dx by dt. Right. So we consider that dx by dt, in a first PUC you studied velocity or speed is equal to change in the distance with respect to time, or velocity is equal to change in the displacement with respect to time. Now you write that, so I write here, so induced EMF can be written as So consider to be E is equal to, so consider to be E is equal to B L into V. So negative sign here. So this is the expression for motional EMF, right? So here where V is equal to minus dx by dt. This V is called speed or a velocity, that is negative of change in displacement or dx with respect to time. So BLV is called motional EMF. How to define motional EMF? The EMF induced in the rod or a particular conductor whenever there is a motion of conductor in the uniform magnetic field. So that EMF is called motional EMF, that indicates the motion of the conductor or a rod in which due to the motion the current induces in the coil. So that we consider the V is equal to E is equal to BLV expression, right? Now, so this is the one way we explain the motional EMF, right now. So B is the strength of magnetic field, L is the length, V is the velocity. E is considered to be the induced EMF in this particular rod, right? Now another alternate method to be considered. So the alternate method in which we explain the Lorentz force constant. So how you obtain this expression? By alternate method. So in the alternate method, so alternate or in the another method, you can in the examination they will ask the obtain the expression for motional EMF. Any method you can choose, either by explaining the motion of the rod and also by considering the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction and obtain BLV, or I use this particular method also consider. Whichever method is convenient and useful, easy to remember for you and write in the examination, you can use. So I tell both methods. So this is another alternate method. Here in this alternate method we use the Lorentz force concept. Let us consider, let an arbitrary charge Q in a conductor PQ. So consider the charge Q in this particular conductor PQ. Consider same diagram, uniform magnetic field X and L, that is considered not required now itself, but itself is representing, that's both V is the velocity or speed, velocity of conductor PQ. So PQ is movable part, movable conductor in a uniform magnetic field with velocity V. So V is the velocity of the conductor and the charge Q also moves with velocity V. The charge Q, arbitrary charge Q also moves with the velocity V in the conductor, right? So due to the flow of charge gives the current that we already studied in the current electricity concepts. Dynamics of charge gives the current. Motion of electric charge gives the current. Here also the charges moves in a particular direction towards Q according to the Fleming's left hand rule. The left hand, Fleming's left hand rule. So consider to be that. So the forefinger indicates the field direction, magnetic field direction. Middle finger indicates the velocity direction and thumb gives the force direction. So force, field, and velocity of charge, right? So velocity considered to be along this direction, the force to be considered this direction, and this is, so this is the representation. So the thumb gives the direction of force I representing here, consider, right? and the direction of considered to be the velocity, and also considered to be the direction of field, that is considered inwards. So considered to be that, I can represent that like this one. So the force direction represented by thumb, extend thumb in a downward direction towards P, from P to Q, the direction of force. The force direction, force, electrostatic force, due to this force the charges moves from P to Q, and the middle finger gives the velocity, and F is the force, magnetic field. Now we consider the Lorentz force expression. The Lorentz force is given by F is equal to QVB, where Q be the charge, V be the velocity, B is the magnetic field. Okay, so Lorentz force expression, right? Now the rod is placed in a uniform magnetic field. The rod is moving in a magnetic field right now. So therefore we are representing that the force is considered. Now the considered to be the work done. So work done, Lorentz force represented by F is equal to QVB. Work done in moving the charge from P to Q due to flow of charge gives the current in upward direction Q to P, that's okay. So work done moving the charge from P to Q, that is displacement of charge from P to Q. That is nothing but displacement of charge from S to R is same, that is L, parallel sides of rectangle. So that is PQ is represented by L, displacement. So QVB into L, that is work done. Now as we discuss in the induced current or potential expression, or the considered to be induced EMF. So induced EMF E is equal to work done per unit charge, that is per unit charge, yes, work done per unit charge. So therefore QVB into L divided by Q. So Q cancel. So induced EMF is equal to BLV. So this is the another alternate method to derive the expression for motion EMF. That is alternate method, and in arbitrary charge Q, V is the velocity with which of the conductor PQ, that is in the uniform magnetic field, in the field, uniform magnetic field, and the charge Q also moves with velocity V. Lorentz force expression F is equal to QVB. So work done W is equal to Q be the charge, V be the velocity of, and B be the magnetic field. So work done in moving the charge from P to Q is W is equal to force and displacement, that you already studied in first PUC, work done. So force QVB into displacement of the charge from P to Q, that is L. So therefore work done induced EMF or potential chapter you studied. So work done in bringing a charge from one infinity to the point against electric field. So in that case the potential, similarly here induced EMF is equal to work done per unit charge, that is W by Q. So W is the work done, QVB into L, QVB into L divided by Q, Q cancel, BLV is the expression for the motional EMF. Right. Next, the energy consideration. So energy consideration means we can explain the Lenz's law here. So by using the Lenz's law, we can explain the polarity of induced EMF. Here itself once again we consider the uniform magnetic field. In this case also, once again to explain this, use the uniform magnetic field. In this the same conductor to be considered, PQRS. So rectangle conductor, so this is P and this is Q and RS moving with velocity V. Right, in the uniform magnetic field. So energy consideration. So you are explaining the law of conservation of energy by using the Lenz's law explanation also. So what we consider according to Lenz's law, So the polarity of induced EMF is such that it tends to produce a current which oppose the changes in magnetic field that produce it. That is the statement of Lenz's law, and also we explain Lenz's law with the explanation of considering the coil magnet experiment. Here energy consideration, law of conservation of energy explained. So I can also be explained that energy consideration by using the coil magnet experiment also, that I tell later. Here we consider that the energy consideration by using the same apparatus, that is PQRS, one rectangle frame or a conductor. In that PQ is the movable part with moving with velocity v and x displacement and also L. Now we consider that in this PQRS rectangle frame, the resistance of PS, SR and RQ part is to be negligible compared to resistance of PQ. So resistance of PQ is equal to R. Now we consider induced EMF, induced current or current we consider. So current I is equal to, that is EMF divided by R, or BLV, that is induced EMF, emotional induced EMF, so divided by R, that is current I. Now here we consider the conductor PQ is moving in a uniform magnetic field, that we already studied in the previous chapters, whenever the motion of the conductor in a uniform magnetic field. In that case there will be a force acting on a conductor. So the force is to be represented by B, magnetic force. The magnetic force is given by F is equal to BIL. Actually BIL sin theta, but theta value is 90 degrees, so sin 90 is equal to 1. So therefore magnetic force is BIL. So for this, from this, B into I is represented by BLV divided by R into L. So that is to be represented as B square L square V divided by R, that is equal to F. Right. Now we consider that. So this is the force, and this force is considered due to drift of charges, also be considered. Now, so can we explain with the power? The power expression what we consider in the first PUC. Power means the energy dissipation or energy. So energy expression, the power is to be calculated. The power P is equal to F into V, what we consider in a first PUC concept. Work energy power chapter, P is equal to power, that is equal to F into V. So right, F is nothing but B square L square V divided by R into V. So that is considered to be the B square L square V square, or I can write here. So another step. So P is equal to B square L square V square divided by R. So this is a B square L square V square divided by R, the expression for the power dissipation. So here what happens? Due to the mechanical force with which, or mechanical energy with which the conductor PQ is moving towards left in a uniform magnetic field, that due to the motion of the conductor due to mechanical energy in a uniform magnetic field convert into electrical energy, that is electric current induced in a conductor, that is motional EMF. Current I is equal to BLV divided by R by considering the resistance R in a PQ conductor, and the convert into electrical energy. That means the kinetic energy of the conductor in a distance x or particular direction in the left side changes to convert into electrical energy. So that, and that electrical energy in turn converted into heat energy. That is also the PJ, joule heat energy. So power dissipation is nothing but the heat energy developed, that is a joule heat concept. So joule heat Pj can also be represented same expression B square. So power is also to be represented as P is equal to I square R. So by substituting I square means B square L square V square divided by R into R. So you can get the same expression, that is called Pj joule heat B square L square V square divided by R. So the same expression what we consider, both are same. So we can represent that the joule heat means the energy consideration, mechanical energy due to which, so with which the conductor PQ is moving in a uniformity field, converted into electrical energy due to the flow of charge. Current, induced current is produced electric current, so electrical energy, which in turn produce the dissipation of heat energy. That joule heat can represent a Pj is equal to I square R, or P is equal to P square R square L square or V square divided by R. B is the magnetic field, L is the length of the conductor PQ, V is considered velocity, R is the resistance of the conductor PQ. So this way we consider energy consideration. And this concept of energy consideration, that is a law of conservation of energy, can also be explained with the use of coil magnet experiment also. That's easily we can explain in another way. So how you explain? By considering the one coil that is connected to the galvanometer device, what we consider in the coil magnet experiment, and the bar magnet NS. So this is considered to be the coil and this is the magnet. In a coil magnet experiment, the magnet is moving towards the coil, that is the mechanical energy. Mechanical energy required and or mechanical energy with which, and the mechanical energy andre the magnet anna now by hand ನಾವು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ನ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಆವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ಕಾಯಿಲನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಹತ್ತಿರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂತ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಸಂಯೋಜನೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರ್ಪಡೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಯಿಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಉಂಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕರೆಂಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗ್ಯಾಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಮೊಮೆಂಟರಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ಈ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್, ನಮಗೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬೇಕು, ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟನ್ನು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಹೀಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟನ್ನು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕಾಯಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಸ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಸೊ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಯಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ಈ ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ ನಂತರ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಆಗೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ನೈದರ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ನಾರ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಟು ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು heating the coil, heat energy and electrical energy. Right. So mechanical energy converted into electrical energy, then in turn converted into heat energy. So that is represented Pj, joules heat. So this way you explain the law of conservation of energy in this particular coil magnet experiment also. Alright, so in this concept we consider the explanation about the energy consideration, and next we consider that the eddy currents. So concept of eddy currents. So how you explain the eddy currents? Right, this eddy currents phenomena can also be explained the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction. Already the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction states that the phenomenon in which generation of electric current due to variation or change in the magnetic flux or magnetic field lines. Here also the current, eddy currents are produced. So eddy currents are the currents induced in the bulk pieces of the conductors when they were subjected to changing the magnetic flux or magnetic field lines. I repeat, the eddy currents are the currents were induced in the bulk pieces. Bulk andre ದಪ್ಪವಾದ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ದಪ್ಪವಾದ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಲ್ಕ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪೀಸ್. ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಅದು ದಪ್ಪ ಅಥವಾ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಲ್ಕ್ ಪೀಸಸ್. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಬಲ್ಕ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಲ್ಕ್ ಪೀಸಸ್ of the conductor when they were subjected to changing magnetic flux. So that phenomenon is called eddy currents. So why eddy current is named? Because the currents are induced in the bulk piece, means the thick metal plate, bulk metal pieces in the form of, or that resembles eddies in the water in a pond. ಒಂದು ಕೊಳದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಅಥವಾ ಬಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ನೀರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೊಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. somewhat ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸಸ್. ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕಲ್ಲನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಬಾವಿಗೆ ಹಾಕುತ್ತೇವೆ, ಭಾರವಾದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು, ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ನಿಂದ ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಸೆಂಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಔಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ವೇ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಒಂದು ಬಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೀರಿನ ಕೊಳದಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಆ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ eddies in water, just in the resembles the current induced in the bulk pieces resembles eddies in water in a tank or a pond or a well. So that current is called eddy current. So this eddy current also called Foucault current. Why it is called Foucault current? Because this eddy currents were first discovered by scientist Foucault. So it is called Foucault current also. Now how you explain these eddy currents? So we consider one thick metal plate that is pivoted in a fixed point. So pivoted, so consider to be the thick metal plate. So consider to be the thick metal plate, that is like bulk piece already I told, right. Thick metal plate is to be considered, right. So this is pivoted in a fixed point, fixed support. Okay. Now metal plate is considered. When this metal plate, similar to your simple pendulum concept, you have done in a first PUC experiment, the simple pendulum, one of the best experiment. So in that simple pendulum, the thread, inextensible thread is fixed, pivoted as fixed point or stand, and considered to be the free end is fixed with the, connected to the tied to the metallic bob, so made to oscillate in free space. Similarly, just like simple pendulum, the inextensible thread are considered to be the hanging material, and the metal plate, copper plate or considered to be a metal plate is the way represent. So somewhat you consider to be the metal plate. Metal plate also be represented. Some metal plate is hanging in a free space, fixed to the pivoted point. When it starts to oscillate, it free to oscillate, so without any disturbance. But when this is considered to be the free oscillation is to be considered. When this metal plate now placed in between the two pole pieces of the magnets, pole pieces of magnet N and S, what happens? So when there is a magnetic field, so consider to be the placed in a magnetic field. So there is the magnetic field consider. I just consider in the 2-dimensional. So whenever if you go for the 3-dimensional picture or a videos, you will feel better to understand this concept. Now I am showing in the 2-dimensional picture. So metal plate is hanging now hanging in between the two pole pieces of magnet. That means there is a magnetic field, uniform magnetic field considered. When metal plate is hanging in between the in the uniform magnetic field, what happens? There is a change in the magnetic flux or field lines linked with the metal plate, conducting metal plate. Copper metal plate or thick metal plate na mele adara effect untagutte. Andre when the metal plate enters in the uniform magnetic field, there will be change in the magnetic flux linked with the particular area of the coil. When it moves away from the magnetic field, again there will be a change in magnetic flux introduced. So when it enters and moves away in the magnetic field, there is a change in magnetic flux linked with the metal plate, so that the current induces in the metal plate. So when it enters in the one region, the current induced in one direction, either maybe consider clockwise direction. And when it exits or moves away from the magnetic field, again the current moves in opposite direction. So when it moves in a to and fro, made oscillation in the uniform magnetic field, enters and exits with the magnetic field, in the magnetic field, the current direction changes. So the current induced in the metal plate is called induced current. That is also called eddy currents, because the thick metal plate is used. According to a definition of eddy current, the currents are induced in the thick metal plate when subjected to changing the magnetic field lines or magnetic flux. Here change magnetic flux, so current induced. So due to the current induced in the metal plate, what happens? It reduces the oscillation, amplitude of the oscillation. In the absence of magnetic field, the amplitude of oscillation is greater. It continuously greater oscillation, it oscillates. Just like in a simple pendulum experiment we are doing in the lab, so simply we to and fro oscillation consider. But when you place the metal plate in the uniform magnetic field, when subjected to uniform magnetic field, or considered to be the magnetic field lines variation, so the current induced. So when there is a to and fro motion of the metal plate in the fixed magnetic field, the magnetic field lines linked with the metal plate changes, current induces, so that is induced current, and this induced current develop in the metal plate, reduce the amplitudes of the oscillation, so the damping occurs. Damping means slowly the oscillation, amplitudes of the oscillation decreases, comes to halt. Stop igu halt igu ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್, ಹಾಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಅದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಲುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಹಾಲ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಲ್ಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ಬೈ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ರೆಸ್ಟ್. That is phenomenon called damping of the oscillation of the metal plate occurs. So due to the presence of or induction of the eddy current, the damping occurs. How to reduce the eddy current in this case? Damping, how to avoid the damping? So we have to change some changes to be made in the metal plate. That means how to reduce the damping, reducing the damping. ಡ್ಯಾಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ? ಡ್ಯಾಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಅದು ಹಾಲ್ಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಬರುವಂಥ, ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡ್ಯಾಂಪಿಂಗ್. ಹೌ ಟು ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್? ಹೌ ಟು ಹೌ ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಬೈ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡ್ಯಾಂಪಿಂಗ್, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್, ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ we have to made a slots in the metal plate. ಕಾಪರ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಲಾಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಮೇಡ್ ಎ ಸ್ಲಾಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್? ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಟು ಎ ಸ್ಲಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೇಡ್, ಸೊ ದ ಏರಿಯಾ ವಿತ್ ವಿಚ್ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ produced or induced current decreases. So that area decreases means magnetic flux variations also decreases, and also consider the eddy current strength will be decreases. So eddy current decreases means the damping reduces and metal plate frequently or continuously made to oscillate in the magnetic field. So that is one way we reduce that. Another one, by placing making the holes in the metal plate. So my made holes in the metal plate, then again the area reduced and also the strength of the current to be and reduce eddy current value or reduce the strength of eddy current, so that damping decreases and the metal plate continuously oscillate in the uniform magnetic field. So that we explain the eddy currents explanation. Now some of the applications of eddy currents, practical or some daily life also we explain the applications. So some applications of eddy currents. One, so list out the applications of eddy currents, maybe asked in the examination, in the previous years asked in the examination. List or write the applications of eddy currents. Many times frequently asked. We have to list out only, do not explain required. Sometimes if they ask explanation, then give the explanation. But most of the case give the list or write the consideration of eddy current. So list braking system, magnetic braking system, braking or magnetic braking, magnetic braking. So consider the magnetic braking system or magnetic brake or a magnetic brake system in a considered to be the electrical train or electromagnetic train in abroad. They use this particular braking system in the trains. So what happens? In the considered to be in a usually in a train, there will be a vacuum drum considered to be braking system is there. In addition to that, there will be a magnet electromagnet to be placed, and when the considered to be that eddy currents are developed. So considered to be when eddy currents are developed, the considered to be the damping occurs. Due to damping and considered to be the brakes applied to the wheel. So wheel may not be considered to be moved. For example, if you consider that, so uniform magnetic field to be represent, uniform magnetic field, when the wheel of the train is considered to be the enters, right? So wheel enters to this uniform magnetic field B, what happens? The area with which in contact with magnetic field lines, so that according to Lenz's law, that oppose the cause which is producing it. Magnetic flux changes and produce agadana oppose maduvaga, so the induced current agutte. So current induces in this particular wheel. And also when it leaves, so what happens? The speed, what is the actual motion of the wheel in the uniform magnetic field? That reduced or considered to be slow down train. And when exits from particular magnetic field lines, so what happens? Once again, the wheel is moving forward direction, but according to the Lenz's law statement and explanation, so the brakes to be applied and wheel comes to rest or stops, because according here we explain the Lenz's law also. So here in abroad the magnetic train concepts, so this braking system, magnetic braking system, we apply the eddy currents. Another one is considered to be the induction furnace. Induction furnace. So in the induction furnace, we consider in some mechanical industries, we consider induction furnace. So high temperature to be produced to melt the certain metals. For that, to increase the temperature and also the current to be get increased, the eddy currents are required to increase the temperature so that the metal can be melt. So therefore, induction furnace is the one of the example also to be considered. And next, one more explanation is considered to be that, so that is the another one in electric meters, electric power meters. Electric power meters. So how you explain the electric power meter? In olden days, nowadays we are using the LED operated electric power meters in our household, house and buildings. That is, LED indicates the meter reading. But in olden days, they use the one disc is rotating in the electrical power meter. Just like we consider in a house or building, in the main switch, near to the main switch, there will be one electrical meter, power meter, there will be one disc is rotating. So in that meter there will be a coil. So that is considered to be the eddy current. Due to set up the eddy current, or eddy currents are produced, the considered to be the metal disc is continuously rotating. So that is the considered to be the electrical power meter representation. Another one is considered to be the electromagnetic electromagnetic damping. So in the case of certain galvanometer, so deadbeat galvanometer also to be considered. Some of the galvanometer in which the central core region is made of some non-metallic objects or materials. What happens when galvanometer is operated, the pointer shows deflection, and due to the eddy currents developed in the non-metallic core region material, the pointer comes back to its original position due to developing eddy currents, and damping occurs. So due to damping, it comes back to original zero position. So in electromagnetic damping also we explain the eddy currents. So these are the some list of applications of eddy currents. So this way we explain electromagnetic induction eddy currents concept and also some explanations of eddy currents. Thank you.